tension all round.
There's three inside the circle. Two of them are looking to keep Maharaj on strike. They're hunting in really, really close. Brilliant off the return there. And look, this is just starting to hit because these guys like Maharaj and below are not supposed to come out and win World Cup finals with the bat. They're just not. And the squeeze is on.
Yeah, 100%. It's always the bowlers that kind of get caught at the back end, having to be a supportive role or having to get the job done. And I think the calm mind of Miller, he's going down after every delivery, he's chatting with Maharaj, he's trying to keep him as calm as possible. They play domestic cricket together as well, and he just needs to try and find the middle, but he loves to open up the offside, so Arshdeep will be aware of that and trying to be nice and tight on that leg stump.
So Kohli's gone to mid-off, Sharma's at cover, Jadeja behind point. Now Kohli's going back to long off. Third man comes up inside the circle. Strategy. What's the strategy? Get it through to the keeper. That's not a bad one.
It's funny how the game changes so quickly. Just a while ago, the gap between the two teams was 25. Now suddenly, it's just 2. India at this stage, 155 for 4. South Africa, 157 for 6.
It's a difficult time for Maharaj. He just has to try and watch that ball as close to him possible and get bat on ball, try and pick up a single, get Miller on strike. If there is a place where he can pick up a boundary and he gets the right delivery, then maybe try and make that play.
20 from 10. It's starting to get really tough for South Africa. Arshdeep again. Maharaj just gets it out to deep mid-wicket. Axara's there. It's just the one. Miller back on strike. He needs a boundary, and very quickly.
Yeah, I agree, Smithy. He would want a boundary just to calm the nerves, but I think the most important thing for him is to be on strike when the last over starts. The breeze will be helping him to hit to the leg side where he's so strong and has the ability to take it down the ground. But just to ease the pressure, ideally they would want a boundary here at some stage off the next 3.
The choice of delivery from Arshdeep Singh now becomes crucial. Does he think of the single delivery? He looks to bowl full, attempts the Yorker, get Miller away from the strike, have another crack at Keshav Maharaj. Is he off for the slower delivery? I think want to get Miller away from the strike, not give him that boundary or a 6 he's looking for.
Might be going to go full here, Ravi, because he's got mid-off and mid-on way back, as far as they can go. Square of the wicket, he's got a little bit of protection, but behind square, none at all, really.
Miller might be saying, if there's a particular delivery, I'm going to try and whack it away. Otherwise, try and keep it on the ground. He'll be backing himself if he recognises it.
Miller. He wants to. He needs to. He needs to face this ball. He will be back successfully. 17 from 8. This is a champion at work, folks. An absolute champion at work. He just wanted to have a crack, and it only took him one to have a crack at Janssen. Snuck it through on the money, giving you nothing. We always talk about the batsman being under pressure, but how about the bowlers having to deliver in those circumstances? Yorker, beautifully placed. Single to Miller. It's getting tough for South Africa now.
It's got to be a free hit, this one, for Maharaj. He's got to go searching for the boundary. Miller needs to be on strike for the last 6. So the communication as they go down and have a chat with each other is, Keshav, look at an area where you think you can pick up a boundary. If you get it away, it takes all the pressure off me. But you've got to back yourself. We're not looking for a single off this delivery. So think of what he's going to deliver to you and where could you maybe pick up a boundary. He jumped across and tried to whip one to the mid-wicket earlier on in the over, and that might be his plan. Or is it a ram shot trying to get it over short 45?
I think that's a good option. Look to score behind the wicket. Covered the field in front.
Arshdeep, last ball. Perfectly placed Yorker. What an over that was under pressure from a young man. Bumrah was brilliant. Arshdeep just the same. from 6 to win the World Cup for South Africa. It sounds a lot.
Started top between America's mainland and the Caribbean, and it all comes down to 6 deliveries. The class of Miller against the experience of Pandya. Miller will have to pull on all the reserves of all those years of international franchise cricket. He's got the ability of that, there is no doubt. But can he pull it off on the biggest stage?
Well, see, knowing Hardik, he won't give him pace. Saw what he did with the first ball he bowled to Henry Klaasen as well. In the 2016 T20 World Cup match against Bangladesh, Hardik defended 10 and India won by 1. Now, choice of delivery is crucial.
He's going to go wide Yorker. He has to go wide Yorker. He wants Miller to hit it to the offside. That's into the breeze. It's the bigger boundary. They've already set things up from a field setting position. They've got people, they've got protection wide on the offside. So that's got to be the plan. He doesn't want to be allowed to tack the shorter boundary, down breeze. I'm sure will stand on off stump, try and hold the pose and try and hit it as straight as he possibly can.
16 from 6. Here we go, folks. Wide. Miller gets it, and he gets plenty of it, does he? No! What a catch! Oh my God! I don't believe what I've just seen. Athleticism at its very, very best. This is quite an incredible moment, folks. You won't believe what you've just seen. It is just the best piece of skill I think I've ever seen in a game of cricket.
Under pressure, Surya Kumar Yadav calm as. This is magnificent. Presence of mind of the highest class. Miller won't believe what he sees on that giant
TV umpire to
screen.
director, we have an umpire review
They
for
go
a fair
upstairs.
catch. Bowler's feet checked, it's a fair delivery. Go to your best angle for the catch, please. Keep it rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. That's good there. Did you have any other angle from just behind, please? Thank you. Yeah, foot's inside there. Foot's inside there. Foot's inside there. Thrown up. Keep it rolling, please. Keep it rolling. Yeah, foot's inside there. Keep it rolling. Thank you. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
Potentially one of the greatest catches in cricket history when you look at the occasion and the pressure. Outstanding, breaks hearts in South Africa, thrills billions in India.
Yeah, the presence of mind to be able to keep your emotions in check, execute the skills that they do practice over and over again these days. A low full toss, Miller's eyes would have lit up, he would have thought I've got enough on it, but it's not to be. Simply brilliant from Surya.
Tremendous, tremendous, joyous scenes. I just spare a thought of what Hardik Pandya has done in the last half an hour. He was brought back, he got Klaasen, and now he's got Miller. 2 massive wickets in his 2 overs. South Africa now looking down the barrel. 161 for 7.
16 from 5. Rabada. Gisa Rabada. Edge. Down to the boundary for 4. 12 from 4 now. It's a busy pendulum.
It's raining, Smithy, too, just to add a little bit of drama to the situation. There's some rain coming across the ground. A fortunate outside edge. It takes it to 12 of 4 deliveries. Can Rabada work magic? The most unlikeliest source you would think compared to what's been at the crease so far. But South Africa will be hoping by all hopes
Third man goes back. This over could take an eternity, but I don't care. It's great, isn't it? It's absolutely great. The drama of all this whole World Cup, as you say, Polly. 55 games of cricket, almost. And we've come to this kind of tension. Adik, Rabada, swing and a miss. They'll run it by, will they? Yes, they will. And we're down to 11 from 3.
Well, a game worthy of a final, this. There's absolutely no question about that. Pendulum swung from one side to the other. One stage it looked as if South Africa had their nose in front. India bouncing back with the wicket of Klaasen. And they've chipped away. Some magnificent bowling. Hardik, Ashdeep Singh, Jasprit Bumrah. It's taken some quality stuff to claw your way back into this contest.
Polly, you won't need reminding. South Africa needed 26 from 4 overs with 6 wickets in hand.
Yeah, it was 151 after 16 overs, and unfortunately they lost their big hitters. But what can Keshav Maharaj do? You would think it would be into the wicket, slow deliveries, try and make him hoik it across to the leg side.
Another beautiful delivery, this from Hardik Pandya, just at the right time. It's India now. They believe they don't have to do anything silly. 10 from 2, Aiden Markram would know they had their chances. Whole nation watching. Be a massive relief. 13 years since India picked up the last ICC trophy. That was a World Cup in India. Won a Champions Trophy, but a World Cup is a World Cup. 10 needed from 2.
Just needs to make it 2 legal deliveries and make sure that the first one doesn't go away to the fence and everything is secure. They're taking their time. Rohit Sharma getting the field in the unbelievably correct position. They're not taking any chances. They want to make sure, even though it seems like they've got it covered now.
Here he goes, 10 needed of 2. That's a wide, he'll have to bowl that again. 9 needed of 2.
Situated that if 10 of 2 you couldn't get a super over. Now all of a sudden South Africa, if they can find the boundary twice, even if it's on the ground, they'll get 8 and they will be in for a super over in this final.
He's feeling it. Hardik Pandya, he's bent over at the top of his mark. Sure that he's got a bit of a niggle, but he's starting to feel this mentally. I mean, that just wasn't a wide, that was a big wide, which means pressure.
Yes, he's staying, he wants to stay away from the onside. Stay away from Rabada swinging down the ground on the onside. Breezes in that direction. There are 3 fielders in the deep